Hi, welcome to Soul Strength Tarot. I'm Lauren. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. Today, we're going to be doing a reading on angel messages coming through for healing, very specifically for the purpose of what do you need to know? What do you need to be healing right now? So we're going to be pulling 3 piles. I say we, meaning me and my guides. We're going to be pulling 3 piles, and each pile will have different cards. I'm going to pull them live right now. And then you're going to look at the piles and you're going to decide which one is calling to you, okay? Each pile, the final card on top is going to have a door. And you can choose based on the door that you're drawn to. Maybe you like the colors, maybe you like the style of it, maybe you've actually seen it somewhere in the world because they are real pictures from around the world. Each door does carry its own message. So you're going to decide out of the 3 piles, what would you like to listen to? You could listen to more than one, certainly. You can do whatever you feel called to do. So here at my channel, these readings are always focused on empowerment and healing, giving you insight and perspective into who you are, why you experience what you experience, and advice from spirit on how to really tap into your highest potential. And that with that always comes your conscious choices, right? So as you listen to my readings, you should consider journaling, taking some notes, writing down the themes that come through, writing down the advice that comes through, the wisdom that comes through. There could be very key words that come through, numbers that mean something to you, colors. I'll always explain to you as I'm seeing things in the reading what the colors, the numbers, or the symbolism represents, and see how that resonates to you. Tarot is not predictive. So this is not something that will explain to you what your outcome is going to be. I can give you an idea of what an outcome will be based on the current moment, but you have free will. So something I always like to tell people is that listen to the messages that come through. If something doesn't resonate with you, or if there is something that you think, I don't like that potential outcome, that's not really what I want, then you have the free will, by all means, to make your decisions accordingly and change course now. That's the beauty about who we are. We are co-creators with the universe. So at any given time, whatever path we're on, we can course correct. We can make different decisions that support where we want to head, what we want to experience, what we want to feel. What are the patterns that you are tired of? This reading is focusing on healing. This is a focus right now on what needs to be resolved and healed in you, because when this potential healing takes place, it is going to change things, okay? When you choose to expand and to work on the messages that come through, you are choosing to heal and correct energy that is potentially toxic to you. This could be limiting beliefs. This could be aspects of life that are really keeping you stuck. These are anything from beliefs that you acquired during childhood to experiences as an adult. It doesn't make a difference. But these are the beliefs about yourself that do play a role in keeping you stuck, or keeping you small, or keeping you in a state of pain or fear. So it's really important that we are all humble enough to listen to Spirit's advice and to then trust, okay? Because this is not my advice. This is coming from Spirit. This is how I interpret the cards. Now, for those of you that are listening that are actual readers, you may find a different interpretation. And maybe you, even if you don't read, you still see a different interpretation. There may be symbols in here that are very specific to the different things in your life. And as a general reading as this is, I will be giving lots of scenarios of how the different aspects could play out in somebody's life, but you know better than anyone how this resonates with you and your life in particular, okay? So you can always trust your intuition. That's one of the things that I love about reading, is that it really helps connect people to their own intuitive wisdom, because we all have it, all right? Every one of us. And should you choose to explore it and expand on it, you certainly could. This is one way of communicating with Spirit, but any way that you communicate with Spirit is the most important thing. All right. So thanks for being here. Thanks for opening your heart to the messages that are going to come through. If you are not a part of my community, please hit subscribe. You can hit that little bell. This way you get notified every time I post a new video. You can find me on Facebook. I have a group called Soul Strength. You can also follow me on Instagram at Soul Strength Tarot. And you can check out my website if you're interested in a personal reading, soulstrengthtarot.com. I have lots of different types of readings that I do for people, so you may find something that fits your needs perfectly. Okay, we're just about done with pulling the cards, and I'll show you the piles, and you will see what I mean by these doors right now. And then once you choose, you can then find the pile that you want down in the description box below. It will be time-stamped, which means you don't have to sit and watch all the readings. If you want to listen to the third one, you can go right down there and click on that link, and that'll jump you right up to that point in the video. Okay, here we go. All right, so for reading number 1, here are your cards, and I think this is upside down. Okay, here is your door, all right? So here are your cards, and here's the door. So see how that feels to you, that door, that image there. Pile number 2, here's yours. Very different in color, different vibe than that first door for sure. Okay. And then finally, pile number 3, yours is more of an entryway with your cards. It's open. All right, and you can see that beautiful statue on the other side. So see which one of those doorways call to you. And like I said, you will see pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3 time-stamped in the description box below. So feel free to jump to that as soon as you're ready, as soon as you've made your choice. I'm going to get started right now with pile number 1. Okay, so here we go. So pile 1, your door says a cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. So pile number 1, if you have something on your heart that you are sad about, that you are longing for, an experience, maybe a relationship, a change in your life, this tells me that there's something that you really, maybe you fantasize about, you imagine, but maybe you feel a little bit stuck, okay? Maybe you're feeling right now as if there's something that you desire and you long for, but it's not for you, or you don't know how you could possibly get to that point in your life, okay? So that is what Spirit is talking about with that card. I think I'm going to lay these out like this first. I'm going to start, I always do from the bottom when I pull like this. So we have romance and connection, harmony and resolution coming through with your angel messages. So here are the topics that Spirit is saying have to be healed for you, okay? Obviously having to do with a relationship in your life. There's something going on. There's definitely probably conflict happening, not seeing eye to eye. Maybe there's not the same, you're not in the same place. Things are not happening at the same time. Maybe you want different things. Maybe there's been something that has caused pain, has caused a disconnect in the relationship. But Spirit says it is time for harmony and resolution. So there is something that needs healing here, and it is available, right? That resolution is coming through because healing is available for your situation. And I just want to go back to this for a second because it says love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. So deliberately and boldly for this situation. What does it mean to be bold in a relationship? It means to be really honest. It means to be really authentic and be true to yourself, really being honest about what it is that you want, what it is, how you feel. Don't put on the mask. Don't hide your true feelings because you don't want maybe to cause conflict, or maybe you're feeling that your ideal situation, your ideal relationship just seems very unattainable to you right now. But Spirit is saying you have to choose that. You have to choose what you want to create. So this cure for longing, there's a part that you're playing in what you're experiencing. So it's important that you choose it. So we are getting the Page of Voices. So we're getting some new ideas coming in, along with the Queen of Materials. And we have the Two of Swords and the Six of Cups. Okay. So this is definitely having a family vibe. Maybe there's something going on, first of all, in terms of the past, feeling like you might be comparing the current reality of what you're experiencing right now to how it used to be. There could be some nostalgia playing a role here where things have changed. Maybe the spark has gone out. Um, I do think maybe that is the truth for some of you, because we have here that love is a happiness, a spark inside. So I feel like if you're kind of like looking at the way it used to be, like when you guys first got together and there was so much excitement and joy and attraction and magic and wonder, and now maybe that's kind of died down because maybe you've been in the relationship for a while. It also, for some of you, this could have to do with children in a relationship, okay? But whatever it is, there's something that's causing you stress. There's something that's causing you to maybe look into the past, and you're kind of longing for the past. You might be sad, very nostalgic, very melancholy, wishing things could go back to the way that they used to be. But you are getting a message here of some new understandings that want to come through. Okay, we're getting the Page of Voices. So there is some new ideas that want to come down. There's some new understandings that Spirit wants to bring you, because we don't go backwards. There is no such thing. We do evolve, okay, but we don't even evolve on a linear scale, the way that we tend to think of time as humans. We really cycle through and spiral through our growth. And there's something new here for you. There's definitely a new perspective or perception that wants to come in. You can kind of see the swirling energy around her crown chakra. And notice like all of like those little women dancing, and they're kind of like celebrating and looking like really confident and having a good time. There's a perspective about yourself and a confidence that you're being told to tap into. And that's also coming through because you have the Queen of Materials coming up. So whether you're male or female, the Queen of Materials is representing the ability to manifest what it is that you desire, okay? She is always surrounded by abundance. So this is telling me that there is just so much opportunity here for you to heal. If some of you are facing a difficult decision, or you're not really sure what to do, should you stay in a relationship, should you leave, or should you say something, should you stay quiet? It's that kind of a decision here. What should I do? There's like the two sides of the coin, and we're feeling like a little bound up. But the thing is, Spirit is saying that there's some new ways of looking at it. So what you might feel bound by, okay, and there's just such a color difference. All your cards down here are filled with these oranges and yellows and greens and reds. Like I see so much beautiful energy. And then here we have like the kind of like gray tone card coming in with the crows and her dark tank top and the dark hair and the dark blindfold and the barren land, okay? And it seems to me that maybe you kind of feel really hopeless about something. You're feeling really maybe tied up and defeated, and maybe you're feeling like your options are just not inspiring you at all, except Spirit is saying otherwise. Spirit is saying you actually have more choices than you realize. There is more information. And like I said, ultimately, there is a resolution. There is an ability here to bring peace to the situation, to bring peace to your heart, to bring peace to the relationship as a whole. Okay, we are getting physical activity, number 67 coming through. So Spirit is saying that there is something involving your body, okay? So there's something involving physical movement. And, this doesn't have to be exercise. This can be any type of a movement where, dancing, doing something that makes you feel really in your body. Maybe it's walking in a place that brings you peace. Maybe it is, maybe it is working out for you. We're getting more crown chakra energy, number 36, seeing beyond. Yeah, there's definitely something here where Spirit is calling to you guys, saying that there's something that you're missing, okay? So what this means is you're being called to activate something within your third eye and crown chakras. That's what I'm getting from this. There's a lot of crown chakra energy coming in here. There's more to that meets the eye right now. Something is going on where you being in your body and you being physical, taking care of yourself, moving, okay, not being still. There's something in with movement that is going to be bringing in some wisdom that needs to get downloaded, okay? There are things that you need to understand here and that you need to see for what they are. I think that maybe there's a chance that you're seeing things in a limited way where you see, maybe you're interpreting other people's behaviors is to mean something that they actually don't, or you're interpreting the situation to indicate something that it doesn't. And Spirit is saying, like, you need to be able to actually see past the surface level. So with that, we think, well, what are the emotions? What are the lessons here? Because to me, seeing beyond is understanding that everything is a lesson. Every relationship is a teacher to us. So whoever this person is for you, whatever the situation is within the relationship that's causing you pain, that's causing you discomfort, that's maybe making you, question if you have the opportunity in this relationship to feel how you want to feel. Okay. Maybe this is causing you to really kind of go within and distance yourself from somebody else, because there is the Queen of Materials is very independent. Okay. Kind of like, I can do it myself. I don't need you, kind of an energy. So whether that is financially, material things, or even just that like love aspect that, you know what, if you're not going to be there for me the way I need, then I can do that for myself. And that's not a bad thing. And if that's what's happening, then there's a reason that the situation has evolved the way that it has, because there's growth here happening for you. Whatever the challenge is in the relationship, this is a lesson for you. Okay. This is a growth moment for you. So if Spirit is saying that the growth that wants to come in through spiritual wisdom, because like I said, we have all this crown chakra, third eye chakra energy coming in. Okay. There's this expansion of your own intuitive wisdom coming in. It is forcing you to trust in yourself, to trust in what you see, and to see beyond the current moment, right? Because this Two of Swords, you can't see beyond the current moment. You're blindfolded, right? So if you're not seeing with your two eyes, you're being told you need to feel into it. So this is a call for a couple of things here. One, to be open to new perspectives. Okay. If you suddenly get new ideas, or somebody says something to you, makes a suggestion to you, if you feel that you have something to learn, this also could be you actually choosing to like learn something new. Go for it. That's a validation there. Spirit has things to teach you. So physical activity, something with moving your body, is going to actually help facilitate the flow of this spiritual wisdom that wants to come through. Your guides, the messages that want to come through, will be able to do so more easily when you are moving your body. Okay. Because this is not about seeing what's in front of you. It's about tapping into your soul's wisdom and also your imagination, okay? If you notice that beautiful third eye chakra expansion, this is like all that is available. This is the divine matrix in her third eye, which is about the fact that we can create anything. Yes, we're seeing beyond the ordinary. I think, yeah, okay. So I'm seeing things here. So beyond the ordinary, what a beautiful card. I love this. You are definitely, definitely, definitely being called to see things that aren't present in your physical reality yet. What does that mean? It means imagine the relationship that you could have. Imagine the love. Imagine how amazingly joyful things could be if you allowed yourself to believe that it's possible. If you allowed yourself to really believe that you're able to manifest things to fit your heart's desires, because you are being like, look at this, both of these cards, number 45 and number 36, beyond the ordinary, seeing beyond. So you're being met with this limitation right here, this sadness in the relationship, this sense of isolation that I think you're dealing with. Okay, we've got number 5, orphaned, feeling really alone. Notice that this Two of Swords and the number 5, like very similar in theme with the artwork here of the gray tone, the birds, just feeling really, really stuck, okay, and really alone, like the burden is all on you. Okay, fine. With that being said, Spirit is saying, okay, that's how it feels, but here is what we want you to do. You're here in this moment because there's magic for you to tap into. You need to use your imagination and imagine what it will feel like to be out of this moment. Imagine the beautiful resolution that is available to you, okay? There is a risk that you're being told that you have to take. Okay. This takes some vulnerability on your part. You're getting number 36 again. So here we go. We talked about number symbolism in the beginning. So we have 36 coming in twice for you guys. Both of those, 36 reduces to a 9. And a 9 is a wish fulfillment. Come to the edge. Be willing to really put yourself out there, to really give yourself the chance to think, could this shift into the most beautiful, magical outcome? Could this be healed? And envision the loving connection that would bring to you. Envision the joy. Feel into that. If this is involving children, again, envision the most perfect outcome, because you're being told to tap into your creative ability right now. You are getting the 2 of acorns, this beautiful, I'm not sure if that's a hawk or an eagle. I think it's a hawk. Meaning insight and focus. Okay, that's the message that he's bringing. Insight and focus. This is like the 2 of wands in the tarot. This is really choosing how you're going to create. If you spend your time, okay, let's talk about this for a second. If you spend your time here feeling really sorry for yourself, feeling really alone, I mean, she's like literally shoulders hunched in that little lonely nest. It's just barren land all around her. It looks like just, really kind of like burned. It's smoky. It's like she has been through the fire and she's exhausted and she's feeling the effects of something really, really difficult emotionally and physically, right? And there you are, like with that same feeling of being stuck with that 2 of swords. And, it's having all those thoughts going on in your head and the worrying and the sadness. And maybe it's looking back into the past and the regret, wishing that you had done things differently or that something went differently, right? If we stay here in this energy of regret, sadness, loneliness, you're not going to be able to tap in to this energy that is available to you. See, your guides are here wanting to work with you on this. Your guides want to help you work with this energy to create what it is that you want. I mean, look at the beautiful colors here for you. This is magic at its finest. This is co-creating with spirit. This is you working your energy in a way that is focused on what it is that you want to create, okay? So we can't spend time dwelling over here. Instead, we need to be focused with our passion energy, our fire. That is a part of our soul. Let your heart help paint the picture for you. Let your heart speak to what it is that you really want. All right, and you do have the Knight of Shells here, charm and passion. Now, the Knight of Shells is like the Knight of Cups. And guess what? The Knight of Cups is a new loving connection. Whether this is with your person right now or with somebody different, this is love coming in that wants to be a part of your life, okay? This is a love offering. So that tells me, and again, we know that from the beginning, this relationship for you is destined for healing. Okay, and it is going to be healed. Okay, everything is going to resolve itself. The conversations are going to happen. Okay, potentially there may be a physical activity that connects you with this person. So whatever that physical activity is, maybe you guys, really have something in common. Like maybe you love to run together or exercise together or create something together. This could also be, like intimacy together. This is important. There's something with your physical body and movement that is going to help facilitate this. This love is coming in and being offered to you, but it does take the work for you to do on your part, and the work coming through here is quite clearly about you working with spirit and working with your superconscious to truly tap into your imagination and tap into what you want this to be. See things for what it is. See this challenge as an opportunity for you to grow and for you to show yourself that challenges are not only are you able to overcome them, you are able to flourish through them. You are able to grow and have healing and have a beautiful outcome. Okay, so this sadness and this wishing that things were different, it's not going to do anything for you. So you want to get out of that energy and instead look ahead. What do you want it to be? Who are you now? And how do you want that reflected in your relationship? What would make your heart happy here? What understanding can you guys come to that really opens things up for both of you, right? Because we remember this page of voices is about new ideas coming in, new understandings. So I think this is going to happen on both sides, where not only will you be able to fully express yourself and where you're at and what you want, but also your person is going to be able to share those ideas with you, and you will have a better understanding of them as well, okay? And this is where the two of you can really tap into that. Well, where do we want to go from here? What do we want it to look like? Let's make it happen. And love is the center of all of this, okay? Love, unconditional love, and an understanding of mutual respect of each other as souls. Your happiness is not dependent on anyone else. I'm going to just say that. It is not up to anybody else to make you happy. It is 100% on you. That's how it is for each one of us, okay? Even our partners are not responsible for that. So whatever this is, understand the massive role that you play in it, and really be vulnerable. Come to the Edge is about being vulnerable, sharing what is on your heart, doing things differently, jumping and not being afraid. Spirit will catch you. The solution will be given to you. When you let go of your grip of how you think it should be, or how you think this should evolve, and how this should play out, right? How this harmony and resolution should play out. No, you're not in charge. Let the angels do it. See her? She's got you. Okay? So you don't have to worry about how it happens. The only thing you have to do is be authentically yourself and open up your heart, because ultimately that's what this represents, okay? This represents that beautiful, open-hearted connection right there, where there's these two beings truly understand each other from a heart perspective. And when you are courageous enough to do that, your person will be as well. It's you that will create that safe space for this type of a conversation and connection to happen, okay? So you're living deliberately and choosing boldly. So I just think what a great message to come full circle with this opening of the door to coming to the edge, really choosing to jump and be honest and say what needs to be said and really explore your creative potential. So remember, you are seeing the value in this moment for what it is, seeing the lessons, owning your part in whatever this relationship is, okay? Being open to the wisdom that this moment has taught you, and that this relationship, what you've gained from it, and now envisioning all that is ahead of you. You have the power to create this. It starts in your mind. It starts in your imagination. So do not let the current moment limit you thinking that's all, this is it. This is all there ever is. Because it's not true. And if it's with this person, for some of you it will be. For others of you, it will be somebody new. Okay? But understand that it's your choice to open up your heart and to truly dwell in the vision of what you want for yourself, okay? Make lists. Make lists of your perfect person, of this perfect relationship, of all the aspects of the loving relationship that you want. Like make lists about it, journal about it, write as if, really connect with the energy of having this type of a connection with somebody, okay? And if there is forgiveness that needs to come in for something, then this is a courageous act, right? Coming to the edge is courage, and that could come through. You know what I'm going to pull? I think I'm going to pull one more. I'm not looking. I'm pulling an animal rune here. Cleansing, yeah. So you're getting the vulture, representing cleansing. The vulture eats the roadkill, right? And that's not gross. That's just the reality of he is nature's cleanup crew, okay? There is dead toxic energy here. That's very clear, okay? There is something that's gone on that has hurt, that has messed things up. There is a toxic energy that needs to go. But notice that the whole rest of this reading is this bright, beautiful colors. So it's like, I don't know if any of you are Dave Matthews fans, but over here, it's like you're living on Gray Street. I don't know if you know that song. If you don't, listen to the song. It's so great. One of my favorites. But that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Gray Street over here and all the colors coming out over here. It is time for the colors to come back into your life. So Spirit is saying, when you do this, when you deliberately open yourself up to some new ways of thinking about yourself and about you in relationships, how you show up, how you want somebody else to show up, you will be able to experience this. It's here for you. It's here for you. So see beyond where you're at right now. Spend your time imagining. Spend your time connecting with that person who is perfect for you, that heart that is open and receptive. Again, this could be the person you're with and it might not be. But just imagine what it feels like to have a soul understand you so completely and accept you for who you are, because it is available to you. So when this energy, this stagnant energy is gone and it is cleansed and it is healed and this cord is cut with this negative connection that you have with this person, that's when that beautiful new energy is coming in, and there will be harmony. There will be resolution. You will get along. And even if this relationship, is ended, okay, and you actually move on with somebody else, there's still going to be harmony here. There's still going to be love here. There's still going to be value for what you've experienced together here. Nothing has been a waste. Nothing has been a waste of your time. This has been a building block on your journey of you discovering who you are and seeing exactly what you're made of, okay? The strength that lives inside of you, the wisdom, the intuitive knowing. I mean, like, this is Spirit saying, don't you doubt yourself for 1 second. You are an amazing creature, and all that is in your heart is absolutely due for you. All you have to do, rather than wish for it, is choose. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. Make it happen. Say the words. Go after it. You got this. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. Take care. Okay, pile number 2. You guys chose this kind of bluish green door. Probably the door I would have chosen, just because I love those colors. And your message says, distant dream. The distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so must it be. Okay, so this is about what is on your heart that you are dreaming of. To be honest, quite similar to pile number 1. All right, I pulled them an animal rune as well. I think I'm gonna pull you guys an animal rune as well, and I'm gonna start with it. And you are getting spirits, owl. So your loved ones in spirit are totally checking in right now to let you know that they are here with you. And they are watching over you and guiding you, okay? So let's see what's coming out for what needs healing for you. So we have Mother, Father, God, and do the work, okay? Mother, Father, God is coming out. So your connection, all is one. You have some spiritual work coming through here, I think. Doing the work is not doing your day job. This is about doing the inner work. So Spirit is saying to you that whatever's going on in your life, you really are being called to work with the universe, work with your spirit team, your guides. There is just a lot of heart chakra energy coming through, confidence energy coming through with the solar plexus vibe I'm seeing. If you're feeling self-doubt about something, if you have a dream and you're like, I don't know if I could do it, I don't know if I have what it takes, this would be, yes, you do. Okay, you totally have what it takes. So let's see what else comes out in this reading. All right, so we are getting the 8 of materials. Yeah, there's the work coming through with the Muse of materials. All right, you are definitely on a mission to achieve something, guys. This is coming through. So the 8 of materials is like you have a goal in mind. You want to manifest something, right? Because you have this beautiful vision, this, starting out on your journey. The Muse of materials is really your beginning. Notice her crossing that bridge into that beautiful, bright dawn up ahead. This is something brand new. This is definitely a start of abundance, success, achievement. And this is, coming through loud and clear with this Eight of Materials. It is putting your effort in. It is balancing it all, juggling it all, doing the work, okay, on a spiritual level. So this is your self-belief. This is your being in alignment. Are you working from alignment? Is this your heart-centered goal? Because if it is, you want to be in alignment with your higher self. That's what's going to allow everything to unfold in a beautiful way, okay? So we are getting the Tower, a sudden change, along with the Five of Cups. So I do see some sadness coming through. We have surrender coming out, body and soul, exposed and revealed. And I'll go through all these in a minute. We have peace coming out with imagine, perception and truth, and the King of Shells, harmony and integrity. Okay, so with Mother, Father, God, you are being taken care of. Let's just talk about this for a second, because there could be something born here that there is maybe some worry, maybe a sense of control, okay? If you take a look at that big, beautiful, universal spiral and notice that it's painted all over that human body as well, like this is our connection. We are made of the stars. We are made of source energy. There is no thing that we cannot accomplish. This to me really is reminiscent of the wands in the tarot with the way her arm is held up, kind of almost like the magician. You are definitely being called to understand the magic of who you are as a soul and just what you're capable of creating. If you've experienced a change recently that has really, this is a before and after moment, something that potentially has torn down your sense of stability, your foundation in your life, okay? There's something, maybe a relationship that came to an end because we have the Five of Cups here. This is some emotional sadness, loneliness, loss, grief, okay? There's something that has changed in your life. This could be, anything from the loss of a loved one, a divorce, anything that has really thrown you for a loop emotionally. What you thought was stable, what you thought was something you can count on, no longer is. And there is just a part of you that is very much trying to wrap your head around that. It's not a change that you wanted. It's not a change that you chose. This is something that has, you have no control over it. And I think that might actually be a huge issue, right? Because I think that control matters, right? That sense of security that you can control how things go and how things roll out. And yet with that kind of a Tower moment, like that gets taken right away from us. And that's a reminder that everything is divine, okay? There are divine alignments and situations that we just have no choice but to trust, okay? You are getting the Queen of Feathers and the King of Shells. So this would be like the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. So we're getting these people showing up. We're getting perception and truth with harmony and integrity. So if there are people in your life that are like mentors, people that you look up to, could be a male and a female, doesn't have to be. This Queen of Feathers represents wisdom, okay? This is beautiful wisdom, being able to navigate very much intuitively using your own radar, right? That's what a bat does. A bat uses their sonar and uses vibration to navigate in the darkness. The Queen of Swords is able to not only see what she has to do, but then take the action to do it, okay? She's there's a lot of clarity with her. This is a person who knows exactly what needs to be done, knows what needs to be said, and is not afraid to do it, okay? Because it's just a clear vision. It's just seeing through any, facade or masks or basically BS, okay? You can't take advantage of a Queen of Swords. A Queen of Swords really knows what they're doing. And then you have the King of Shells, which is like the King of Cups. Beautiful stability emotionally, just really able to nurture those around him, really a source of love, a source of comfort and stability right here. So, this could be, maybe this is like parents, a mother and a father. This could be people in your life that are very stable and wise. Okay. They have something to contribute here. And I think that that's important for you because I think that they might set examples for you that you need right now. Okay. I'm seeing with exposed and revealed, number 21, there's definitely something that has really made you feel vulnerable. All right. If you look in the iris there, you can actually see the woman curled up in the fetal position. Like, this is about a sense of, really feeling like you're out of control and being vulnerable. And maybe there are things that have come to the surface for you that have been a little bit hard, right? Maybe there's just been a lot of uncomfortable feelings, but this is healing you, okay? When we get the body and soul, this is important. This is, you can even see like the angel at the top of the card blessing what is going on down here. This hard moment that you've experienced has revealed some parts that need the healing, okay? And it might be hard, this might be why this do the work card is here, because it might be hard to face it. It might be challenging where you'd rather just maybe not deal with it and just keep moving on. You might have these goals and you're like, well, I know what I want to do and I want to create, and I don't really have time to address the pain that I'm carrying around because it's hard, right? It's hard to face and speak, excuse me, to that pain. It takes courage to do that. Yet there is healing here for you. So whatever has hurt you, potentially if you are trying to rebuild from that, okay, trying to move on and move through it, Spirit is saying, yes, that's a blessed path that you're on, but there's more to just the material goals that you might have. It's more than just, okay, let me pick up the pieces and, maybe start over. Maybe this tower was the loss of a job, okay, that left you feeling incredibly, maybe you were loyal and this was a sense of them breaking that loyalty to you by letting you go. It hurt deeply. It wasn't just the loss of an income, but it was the loss of something that was a part of you, okay? And then you think, okay, I'm just going to start over and I'm going to go down a new road and I'm going to create what I need. I'm going to replace that income and I'm going to work really hard and I'm going to fix that, right? I'm going to just get past that situation. But yet Spirit's saying there's more to the story here that of how this has affected you. There's more layers that need to get peeled off a little bit. There's some attention that's needed. You have these fives, the body and soul is a 5 along with that 5 of cups. So this is calling, these emotions really are calling to be healed. Look, if you see this beautiful angelic energy coming in, it wants to bless you, right? And here's the lotus flower coming up through. We know lotuses grow through the mud. They grow through the dirt and the darkness. That's kind of where you're at. I feel like you are in a moment where you have been knocked down, and yet you have to tap in to the energy and the beautiful love that's available to you to do the work to not only come back up, but be better than ever before. Because this tower moment, see, the thing about the tower, whatever this was that has hurt you, it is not meant to hurt you. It's actually meant to eliminate something that was blocking the way for your evolution. Okay, the tower comes in and takes things away from us or deconstructs different things that we have going on in our life, very specifically to enable us to have that energy space cleared out, okay? So even though it hurt and it wasn't what you were expecting, you can trust that it happened for a reason, and it definitely is going to allow for something much better to come in, all right? You are getting number 91, surrender. So this chapter, I think there's a level here of acceptance that needs to happen here because the number 91 does reduce down to a 10. This is an ending and a new beginning. And that is exactly what the tower is. It is an ending and a new beginning. It's hard to feel when the rug gets taken out from under us, when something happens that we just never saw coming, we wouldn't have expected or been able to predict. And then we have to accept and surrender that this was for our highest good and that it's meant to be this way. Like, sometimes that's really hard to swallow. But Spirit is saying, oh my gosh, sorry about that. My dog had surgery the other day and he was scratching at his stitches. And I always have to have somebody on duty with him to avoid that because he's going to rip his stitches out. So sorry that I had to yell in your ear like that. I'm going to have to try and edit that out. Okay, so so with surrender, like I said, this is an ending and a beginning, and Spirit is saying you do have to trust. You have to trust that whatever this change was, it is for your highest good. It is opening things up for your life that need to be open. It's time for you to expand and upgrade in your understanding of who you are, right? Like, listen, the tower, it's like climbing a mountain, right? Like when we're climbing a mountain, there are crystals and jewels in that mountain and beautiful things to explore and to get from it, even though the mountain is hard work. That's where you're at. There are aspects of you that need to come out, and they are going to come out, right? You do have this abundance here for you. So in this process, on this journey, there's going to be beautiful gifts that come through, but it does take you being in a place where you're like, okay, yeah, this does hurt. And there are fears that are coming out of this. And there are insecurities that are born from this, or maybe not born from it, but being triggered, kind of being like the buttons are being pushed of the wounds that already exist. But the wounds are being called for healing, okay? You have the number 23 coming in for peace. So you are being offered this feeling of peace. Spirit is saying when you do surrender, peace is here for you. So the fears and the worries, they don't have to take over. They don't have to be where your focus is. When you surrender, when we truly say, okay, I accept the way this is. And I accept it. There's nothing I could do about it. I trust that everything always happens exactly as it should. Okay? Remember that there's wisdom here that wants to come in. Your guides want to work with you. Spirit is coming in with you. It's interesting because you have the owl who's nocturnal coming through. You have the bat who's nocturnal coming through, all dealing with seeing in the dark. It really does take trust. And when you do let go and you do trust that everything is going to happen exactly as it should, there will be peace available to you. That is what matters the most, right? So rather than feeling like you have to force something and work really hard to recreate it, you need to do it from a sense of and a place of peace. Okay, so you're getting imagine, number 20. This is, working in partnership with Spirit, with your higher self, to envision what does bring you peace. Like, look at the peace coming through. Not only do you have the peace card, but you have the imagine card, right? Look at those clouds and that blue, beautiful light and that sky that is just absolutely perfect. There's no storms. Everything is calm. This is where Spirit is advising you to go. So what do you need to do to achieve that? What does that look like? What do you need to separate yourself from? What time do you need to spend in your heart and in your imagination, really thinking and working from a heart-centered space of, where am I at right now? What truly would bring me peace? Is it my environment that needs to change to maybe have some peace? Is it some of my daily habits that I can change and give myself more time for peace? You don't have to work so hard. Remember that your dream, this doorway, is referencing a distant dream. This distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so it must be. What are you letting go of? I feel like there's something that's just got to go. And I think maybe the tower did take it from you. Whether it was an obligation, a relationship, a situation, something was taken from you. Could have been a part of your identity that was taken unexpectedly, okay? A really big shift happened. But yet there's a reason for it, because you had to let go of it to have that space. So instead of clinging to what was, instead imagine what could be. What would fit you now? What would really make you feel good, feel relaxed, feel connected to your higher self, feel connected to Spirit? That's what this is all about. Maybe what was taken from you was a high stress situation. Maybe, if it was a job, maybe for some of you, that job was incredibly stressful and was taking up an amount of time in your life that just isn't good for you. There is a piece that wants to come in here. And I think that what this Queen of Feathers energy wants to bring you is clarity on seeing it for what it was. You know, if you're struggling to let go of whatever that before was, if you're not happy with the after, you're not happy with where you're at. My son's waving hello. That's what the Queen of Swords wants to bring in, is this understanding of why it had to go. What is the change that needs to be made in your life? Because there is a change, and it's going to be for your health. It's going to be for your overall well-being. It's going to be for, you know, the peace physically, mentally, and emotionally. There's healing being offered here. And I think that Queen of Swords wants to bring that to you and say, hey, listen, the truth was this was hurting you. This was, sorry, now I'm having the hiccups. Oh my gosh. Draining your life force, maybe. It was taking so much out of you. So we couldn't let you spend your attention on that anymore because you don't deserve that. You deserve more happiness and peace, okay? So really get true when you think about what was that situation for you? What was not serving you? Really be honest with yourself about that. Because I think when you get honest, that's when you see the truth of it. And that's when you're able to really say, okay, I get it. It had to go. I'm here now. I'm going to have peace. I'm going to be at peace with this. I'm going to accept this for what this is, okay? I'm going to accept that this part of my journey absolutely happened for a reason and everything is divinely aligned. And I'm not going through any of this by myself. This was written in the stars. This is being orchestrated by a higher power. So therefore, I am willing to really be honest with myself and really think about, how did that situation affect me? Well, now where do I want to go from here? And here we're getting harmony. Here we're getting, you know, integrity is playing a role. Doing the right thing, like really being in alignment. Doing the right thing when nobody's watching. Doing it from the right space. So if what this was a, you know, a situation or a relationship that really didn't have you operating from the right space. Maybe you were doing it strictly for, if it's a job, you were doing it for the money only. Or if it's a relationship, you were doing it out of obligation or habit because you've been in it for a while. Because you never let yourself imagine things to be any different, okay? There's something better being offered to you. So this just had to go. You have to trust that. It had to go because it wasn't in alignment with you. It wasn't serving you. It wasn't growing you. It wasn't supporting you in the way that you deserve. And I think you're being called to tap into that support from your own soul rather than any external situation or person. I want to pull another card on this, Spirit. I want to get a little bit of clarification on this Tower moment and Five of Cups. Okay, fine. This came right out. There it is again, Eight of Wands. And that's the very similar to the Eight of Materials, okay? All right. Doing the work, that fast forward momentum, whatever that was, whatever that change was, I think was not only very unexpected, but very quickly happened, very fast, faster than you could have even imagined. Might have sent your head spinning, okay? Sometimes changes in our life happen so quickly that we're like, oh, I can't even believe that I'm here. I can't even believe that just happened. Like what? And you can't even process it, right? There's that Queen of Swords again. Okay, and the Seven of Swords. All right, so I think that whatever this moment is for you, there is deception that you've experienced. That Seven of Swords, somebody, you know, just giving you the runaround, lying to you, betraying you. There's some type of behavior or action from a negative place, okay? Whether you were the person doing the betrayal, lying to somebody else, and then that was found out and there was regret there, or somebody was doing this to you and you, with that, again, this Queen of Swords energy coming through, were able to see through it and were forced to make a change that maybe you didn't want to make, okay? And I just kind of can't help but notice how she is looking at this person, right? It's kind of like, I see what you're doing. I'm on to you. I know what's going on. I see you. I'm not happy with it. And unfortunately, a fast change has to be made because maybe, if you were the person that chose this change, it wasn't a decision that was easy for you. It wasn't a decision that you wanted to make. But what's interesting is that with both of these Queen of Swords, the Queen of Feathers and the Queen of Swords here, perception and truth. It's like she's looking out over that ocean. Or I'm sorry, you know what? That might be the sky. It's such an interesting artwork that I'm like trying to see. Yeah, she's on the mountaintop. That's the sky. And she's sitting up there and she's looking at everything from this really high vantage point. And that's important. Spirit says that perspective is incredibly important for you to see it for what it is, see the situation for what it represented to you and the service that it did in your life. But you're meant to move on. Okay? You definitely are meant to move forward and put this past behind you. Okay? Because there's more joy here available to you. There's healing available to you. So if you stay stuck over here, it's going to just keep you stuck in that energy, right? Like this is about you moving on. You see things for what they are. And instead of getting the support from maybe that person, you're instead leaning on spirit, okay? Because that is why you started out with this beautiful spirit owl rune coming out, like this is all about you tapping into your higher self. All right, I want to pull, let's see. We're going to pull one more animal message for you. I wasn't going to pull additional cards for anybody, but I just feel for you guys that this was a big before and after moment in your life. And it does take your courage and commitment to do the work for healing through this and really seeing things from the truth and from the place of clarity. Okay, so you're getting Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time, number 49. So this is a beautiful card to get. Now is a lucky time. So you can really, when we're talking about surrender, like feel that sense of, you can even feel hope and excitement here, right? Like now is a lucky time. Spirit is saying, hey, it's safe to be in the spot that you're in, okay? There is going to be all good ahead of you. The best is yet to come, all right? So while you went through that, be at peace with letting that go. Imagine what is ahead of you because now is a lucky time, okay? So it is safe to envision what your heart desires. You are being supported, but not lying to yourself, not lying to others is very important. So really operating from a place of integrity is really important for you. Being honest, being authentic. You don't have to say the things that people want to hear. You just need to be in alignment with yourself. You need to be true to yourself. Okay. And you need to stick to that no matter what conversations come up. This is about really being your own best friend. Really doing what is right for you and nobody else. All right. So don't take the person back if they apologize. Don't fall back into the unhealthy patterns with that person. You're not meant to be there anymore. You're meant for different energy in your life. Okay. There is a reason that came out and that happened, okay? It had to be revealed. It had to be exposed. You have to be in this place because it's creating new energy in your life. So you have to trust it and sit in a place of, a sense of calm and a sense of peace because you are being guided by spirit and this is all for your highest good. The best is yet to come. Don't forget that you are getting this beautiful Muse of Materials, which is like the Ace of Pentacles, like all will be well. You are crossing the bridge into something much better, much healthier, much more abundant, much more full of joy and love. What you want to create, you can create it. Spirit says so with this card, okay? So do the work, stay strong. Don't fall back in with this person or this situation because it's familiar or because, I didn't want it to be this way, so maybe I can take their apology. Like, no. Instead, really tap into that self-confidence and trust in yourself and what you really are entitled to and what you deserve, because this is about, working your magic and letting spirit assist you as you create what is much more true and in alignment for you. So I wish you all the best, bright, big, beautiful future in this situation of healing and expansion and new energy coming into your life, because that is what you deserve. All right. We'll keep this over here. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you all the best. Okay, pile number 3. You guys chose this really beautiful, peaceful doorway. Kind of reminds me of a place that we'd find maybe in India. We see the Buddha. Really lovely energy. It says offerings. Abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. Give, give, give. That's a message for you coming through. And before we do your cards, I'm going to pull an animal rune for you. So you guys are being called to give. Oh, look at that. You have fertility, the frog. You are in creative energy, really, really big time. If you are somebody who is looking to, create a baby, like now is a good time. You're getting holy love and raise your vibration. Yes, so beautiful. All right, let's talk about this holy love coming down from your angels, being tapped into. This is like Mother Mary's energy. This is unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, absolute beautiful heavenly energy that wants to just wrap you up in its arms and just feel the peace that comes from that. If you have been longing for something, sad about something, Spirit is saying it is time to work with these emotions, raise the vibration to manifest what it is that you're looking for. Remember that giving offerings, that sense of gratitude and faith that you have all that you need, that you can give to others, that returns to you, okay? Energetic exchanges, that is how we live. So the more that we give to others, the more that will be returned to us. The more we hold on out of fear or a lack or scarcity, that's a block from anything coming in, okay? Imagine if you're holding something tight to your chest, you're blocking off what wants to come in. Instead, open your arms, open your hands, give and allow that space to come in to receive. There is something very much available that wants to help you heal so that you can have what it is that your heart wants. Okay, so we are getting the 8 of voices coming through, so we definitely have some struggles right now in terms of mindset and worries and beliefs. But we are getting a new mindset coming in. We are getting the Ace of Voices. So this is a new beginning, okay? This is a new understanding. This is a new pattern of thinking coming in and available to you. Okay, 2 of Wands, making a decision to go in a direction. Death and rebirth. We have an ending with a new beginning. Oh yeah, abundance. Waking the lion. Beautiful. Into me I see. Round and round. Exchanging gifts. There it is. The 3 of acorns. Foresight. Exploration with the 6 of acorns, success and triumph. All right, I'm going to move these 2 up here. So Spirit, your angels are saying, hey, listen, you need to work on your vibration. You need to work on receiving the love that is here for you. The burden is not all on you to control everything. We want to assist you. We want to help you manifest what it is that you want or need in your life. We know what is in your heart. We also know that your emotions are actually blocking things right now. Your fears, your worries, your burdens are actually blocking what wants to come in, okay? And that's coming through with this 8 of voices. So this is like feeling really trapped in what you're experiencing. I mean, you can even see those like horizontal lines. It's like, kind of like bars, right? Like there is an element here of darkness, of looking up, looking for a way out, but yet feeling like maybe you can't do that on your own, like you're bound up. But that's just not the truth, okay? You're in control of where you're at right now. So if you're feeling powerless, then Spirit is saying it's time to be done with that, okay? You don't have to feel powerless at all. So I'm just going to move everything over like this. Okay. So let's say we have this new energy that wants to come in, right? We have this muse of voices. This is like the Ace of Swords. We have some clarity that wants to come in here. We have some new perspectives and new ideas. You have options. With this Two of Wands, you are being told you have options. It is safe for you to think, where do you want to go? What do you want? What do you want to create? Wands is a creative energy. You are playing a role. You are not powerless. You are powerful. But yet there is something that needs to end, okay? There is a cycle or a pattern that needs to come to an end. This death represents, if you notice in the face part of this hood, is that beautiful, bright sky, those stars, that light with the beautiful trees. There is some new growth that wants to happen. There is new, beautiful abundance. There is a new cycle here available to you. And that is coming through also with number 88, abundance. There's so much magician energy coming through with this idea of you participating in creating what it is that you want. This is why raising your vibration is so hard, so important to you, okay? Share more than expected and see love come around. You have to give of yourself, okay? You have to feel abundant to feel abundant. You can't wait for your bank account to say a certain thing or wait for the things around you, the material objects to pile up to feel abundant. It comes from inside yourself, okay? So I feel like this shift in this mindset is really truly about you understanding who you are as a creator and just how powerful you really are, okay? You're getting Waking the Lion. Number 19, reducing down. 1 + 9 is 10. We got a 10 and a 1 here. Again, another death and rebirth, another ending with new beginning of courageous, beautiful energy. This is absolute, just confidence. It's powerful, powerful energy. So if you have been feeling, this situation that has made you feel stuck and made you feel like, oh, I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make more money. I don't know how to get the thing that I need to get, how to earn or achieve that goal. I feel like I'm like powerless. I'm trapped here. I can't make it happen. Spirit's saying that feeling that you have is what's motivating you to tap in to yourself, because there is a power in you that you haven't even used yet, okay? And here's what's really important. Number 8 is coming through. You're filled with all these 8s, okay? This is important for you. 8 is the magician's number. Even though the magician is the number 1 in the tarot, the magician has the infinity symbol, the sideways 8 on that floats above them, okay? And that's important because it's a testament to the idea that we are always working with our energy to create anything that we want. Now, with abundance in you, with your ability to create what it is that you need, into me I see, there is healing that needs to be happening. There is time that you need to be spending inside yourself where you're really getting honest with yourself of what creates these limiting beliefs. What makes you believe that you can't have all that you want? What do you think is holding you back? What are the experiences that you've had or the limiting beliefs that you have about yourself? What you're able to do? What are your capabilities? What are the truths that you go by? They need to change. They need to shift here because the realities that you're living in right now are making you feel very limited. But Spirit's like, no. There are aspects to you that you don't even realize that you have, okay? So what role do you play in your experience? This is important. Get clear on your ideas. Get clear on your beliefs because you have new beliefs that you need to venture into using for yourself, okay? And this is where this beautiful 3 of acorns is coming in. This is foresight and exploration. This is getting the big picture, that big, beautiful giraffe, looking at things from a higher perspective, okay? This is Ace of Wands type of energy, or I shouldn't say Ace of Wands, I should say 3 of Wands, okay? So you do have the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands coming up. What do you want to create? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to head? What do you really want for yourself? Because you're capable of having it, okay? So whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you're going to have it. And you are getting the 6 of acorns, triumph, Okay, it's like the Six of Wands. This is victory. It's going to happen. So Spirit is saying this is a great moment to be in. We are going to teach you. We are going to guide you how to raise your vibration and manifest whatever it is that you want, and whatever it is that is in your highest good. Because remember, look at how you got the frog. You have fertility here. Manifesting is the name of the game for you right now. So whether it is manifesting an experience, manifesting money, manifesting a new part of your life, a new chapter in your life, you are not stuck. Hope is not lost. Do not think that things are hopeless. Do not think that it's not possible. Don't even dwell in those ideas anymore because they are not serving you at all. Instead, you're going to do the deep inner healing work where you're going to think of what are the beliefs that are holding you back? What are the doubts, the fears? Because once you get into it, you are going to wake up a part of you that has a strength that is going to come bursting forth, that is going to shift your perspective. Start to see things for what they are. We have exchanging gifts coming up. Number 27. This is important because this means that there are people in your life that are going to be able to help you. There are people in your life that have gifts that are going to further your abundance, further your manifestation of what it is that your heart desires. Notice that abundance is in pink, related to the heart chakra. This is a big deal. This is not just you just want like to get a brand new, Coach pocketbook or like buy a brand new car. Like you're looking to manifest something much more deeply connected to your heart. You're looking to create something that's incredibly important to you. All right. All this pink energy is really very, very, indicative to me that, like, for some of you, this is a child. For some of you, this is a brand new chapter in your life. This is heaven's love coming in. This is joy that you're just longing so deeply for. So with that being said, there are people here with exchanging gifts that will help you get this. There are people with expertise and knowledge and gifts in this lifetime that are meant to support you. So be open for that, okay? Number 25, round and round. There's cycles here. You are cycling through an experience that when you handle it differently than you've ever handled it before, that's when the outcome will be different. So you can't be you can't be dealing with your current moment from this place. This is old. This has to go. This feeling stuck in your anxieties and your worries and all up in your head and all up in the doubts and the fears, flip it over. It is not serving you, okay? Instead, you need to be in this moment of your life with this truly beautiful, expansive, open-hearted energy of tapping into what do you really want to create in your life? How will it make you feel? You need to be working, in my opinion, with Mother Mary. Okay, Mother Mary's love needs to come through because this is the card for Mother Mary. I mean, she's just so beautiful. She of 1,000 roses, right? There it is, the Sacred Heart. Like, pray to Mother Mary and allow her energy to help you heal, because that's what this is. This is a healing card, okay? This is a card working with your energy, working with those limiting beliefs, and really where you can be true to yourself and understand what blocks exist inside you that need to be removed. So this is about being honest with yourself, asking Mother Mary and your guides to come in and guide you in this process of this self-exploration, where you really get clear on what your heart wants, but then what are the fears that are blocking that? What are the beliefs? Is it a belief of that's not meant for me, that for some reason that's not going to be my experience, or I can't have what others have, or I'm not meant for that kind of a joy? If that's the belief that is holding you back, it has to be healed. And this beautiful holy love wants to do that for you. Because your lack of abundance or your lack of not having what it is right now is simply because you're dwelling in thoughts that are bringing you down. It is literally about raising your thoughts up, okay? You have to be working from a place and thinking from a place of infinite love, of unconditional love, of limitless possibility, joy, expansion. It's all available to you. You will have what it is that you want. It's coming. You will have it. You have the six of acorns, which is the Six of Wands. Okay, you have victory here. You will be triumphant. Okay, you have success and triumph. It's happening. So open up your heart to it. put the fears away, because they're just lowering your vibe and it's not good for you, because that can't come in. You're not going to get here to victory. You're not going to feel it and have it if you're dwelling in the fears and the worries. It's just not happening. So put those fears and worries to bed. You're done with those. Okay. That's what needs to go. And instead, this beautiful new, just beautiful, like lion energy coming in. Beautiful new courage, new power. Those of you that are Leos can really identify with this, I think. Okay, this is like the sun. This is strength coming through. This is beautiful, beautiful blessings coming from inside yourself. So whatever it is that's on your heart right now, those of you that chose pile number 3, you need to, allow things to happen the way that they are. Allow things to unfold. In the journey, remember, on the journey to manifesting what this is, you're going to meet new people. You're going to have experiences with others. That part of your agreement with these other people is that you're giving them a chance to offer their gifts to you. You have to accept those gifts. You have to accept the help. This could come in the form of doctors, in people of expertise in certain businesses. This can come in the form of lawyers. It can come in the form of connections and networking. There are people that are really, really good, and part of their soul's mission is to help people in this situation. So if you close yourself off and you spend your time going, no, there's just no options, I'm so stuck, it's hopeless, you're closing off the ability to receive the help that wants to come in. So it's really, really important that you shut that voice up. Just tell he or she, whatever voice you have in your head, zip it. I don't have time for you. And instead, okay, Spirit, I know what I want. I know where I want to go. I want to head in this direction. I'm going to leave this behind because this wand doesn't create the energy that's good for me anymore. Instead, I'm going to take this wand and I'm going to head out here in this direction. Notice the globe on the floor and the car. You're heading in a new direction, and it's 100% up to you to choose that direction, okay? Again, this may not be the first time that you've been in this situation. Maybe you've experienced this lack of abundance in whatever this form is. Okay, maybe you haven't had the money. Lots of times you felt the lack of money. You felt the lack of having, maybe not being able to have the child, not being able to get the job, not being able to win or achieve. Whatever this situation is for you, you've been here before. How you show up for it again makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. You must open your heart. You must allow Spirit to lead you through this exploration, because that is what you're on. This journey is bringing a deeper awareness of self to you. This journey is bringing new connections. It's going to have you looking at yourself differently. When you're on the other side of this journey, you are going to be a different version of yourself. There are going to be strengths inside of you and parts of you that you would have never known existed had you not gone through this experience. So you have to trust it. You have to remember that it is here for you. The abundance, the happy ending, it is here, guys. It is here. So open up to the journey. Show up for it differently this time. Do the work. Go inside yourself. Ask for Spirit to help you understand the deeper lessons that exist for you here in this moment, because it's beautiful. You are 100% blessed and protected. It is safe for you to have faith that this will work out and that this is bringing this new energy into your life. Success and this new beginning is here for you. The abundance is here for you. The manifestation, it's here for you. So I wish you so many blessings and so much joy on your path and so much beautiful celebration when this beautiful manifestation actually arrives, because when it does, it's going to be, I think, a dream come true for you. So beautiful. Be open. Let yourself be led. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching.